What's up, guys? What is up? Let's let a couple people roll through. Q&A on Monday, baby. 10:30 a.m. Monday, East Coast. For my friends on the left coast, about 7:30 a.m. Want to let a couple people roll in and say hello to everybody. I just got done training, and I have a little bit of time to do a Q&A, and saying what's up to everybody. Had a great training session. I'll be posting videos later on the Instagrams. Keep this belt in the office, but let's tackle some questions. I've already posted some videos today. Shut down these tunes. And got some great content coming out today. I've posted it on my story. I've posted it on the Instagram TV. It's gonna go on YouTube. That is the way of the world when you're doing all of this business stuff, trying to spread the word about what you do. And listen, when you believe in what you do, it's hard to contain it. And I honestly feel that way. And I think sometimes my passion and my excitement, it scares people, it turns people off. But the right people get attracted to it. The right people want to be around it because it makes you feel great. It's a win-win for everybody. Everybody's getting fired up from one another. And, you know, places or people that have the lack mentality, the lack mindset, they're gonna try to shut you down. They're gonna try to control you. But if I could go way back to my days at Diamond Gym, which I've written about quite often on the blog, I spoke about how John Kemper, must have been an interview and an article I had read about him, and it was in the 90s, and he said, "We have no rules at Diamond Gym." He goes, "Because it takes away from the art form of training, of people's training." He goes, "That's why I let everybody park their motorcycles right in front of the gym on the sidewalk." He said, "It is the same as the Wild West when the cowboys would park their horses right outside the saloon." And to me, I was like, oh, how amazing. It fired me up. And I remember that article so often because I remember training there. The music was pumping. You'd see guys like dancing in between a set before they were gonna deadlift 5 plates, squat 5 plates. You just saw that it was like nobody was, you know, you want to talk about a judgment-free zone? Diamond Gym was like, hey, the only thing you were judged against was your work ethic. It wasn't like, oh, he's using a machine. Oh, he's powerlifting. He's a bodybuilder. It didn't matter what he or she was doing. It mattered how you were doing it. It mattered your work ethic and your intensity and just kind of how fanatical you were about bringing the thunder to the training. And everybody was on that same page. And you know what? That's why that gym was the best, because the people weeded themselves out. If you were not a good fit for that gym, you weeded yourself out. And I'm not sure how many gyms like that exist anymore. Westside Barbell, maybe. You know, Diamond Gym was essentially, or is essentially, the Westside Barbell of bodybuilding. Just like Metroflex Gym, the original. I'm sure they are very much like that. You weed yourself out through lack of work ethic. So you guys that are on right now, if you've got questions, please post them below. I'd love to answer them. It fires me up when I could help you answer your questions. And I'll give you a little rundown of my training session today. I did a 2-round warm-up, and I'll take you from the top. Let me flip this camera around. Here we go. I started right here on the leg curl, okay? 25 reps each leg. This is a new standing leg curl I picked up. And then from the leg curl, we came down here and back extensions. I didn't count, but I think I was probably 15 reps or so on this. This is the Sorenex glute ham, the mock one. I like it because it's just one pin. You just pull that pin. Oh, let me answer a question from my boy Andrew. I was listening to my favorite video of you, Smelly, and Dave Tate talking about mindset. Yes, in your old days of starting in the garage. Listen to that video once a week. That video is called Follow Through life and lifting. So guys, check that video out. I share it quite often. After these back extensions, I had a band up here on these stall bars. I did 15 face pulls, turned around, 15 triceps. And about this stall bar apparatus, guys, right here, Rogue made that for me, custom made it for me. I don't even know if I moved down to Manasquan yet. 10 plus years ago, they made it for me. And I sent them a video of the Polish weightlifters training in the gymnasium with the wooden stall bars. And I asked them if they could make it, and they made it for me. So after I did face pulls and triceps with the bands, I went on a sled and did sled drags right here. I'll show you this. Whoop, sorry about that, guys. Sled right here, forwards, backwards. And then after I did all those exercises for 2 sets, I went to the belt squat, and I went 20 reps, 15 reps, 15 reps. So 3 sets and belt squat right there. The winning belt squat. Whoop, let's flip this sucker around. It's easier. Here's the winning belt squat. Best one out there. I love it. I had 2 plates on each side, so that was basically 225 pounds. And then went to my safety bar squats, worked up to a heavy 5. I think it was 275. I'll post the video later. And then worked up to a solid 295 hook grip deadlift. Not very hard at all. 295 is not hard, but that's the goal right now, is not killing myself on these big lifts. Then 3 sets of push-ups, hands, knuckles, and then I used dumbbells, and 1 set hands neutral, the other set hands about 45-degree reverse to work the body from different angles. Good question here from Gold Body Training UK. What would you say is more profitable as a business? Opening a gym in a unit or paying rent out of a gym? My friend, it depends what kind of business model you're following. So I don't know what you mean by opening a gym in a unit. Oh, paying rent out of a gym. I got you. So right here, I rent this space. Your ultimate goal, if you're going to be a serious gym owner, is to purchase the building. That is what I would do. And then purchase that building under a different business name. So for example, let's say I called it, I don't know, let's just call it like Zach's Awesome Business, whatever. And then Underground Strength Coach pays rent to Zach's Awesome Business. And then down the road, you could rent it out, you could sell the building and so forth, but you've built equity and you're truly building wealth that way. Now, in the beginning, there's nothing wrong with renting, but I really recommend that you listen to my audios from Operation Thunder. And if you don't have that business product, send me a DM. It's called Operation Thunder, the Warehouse Gym Project. I talk about nuts and berries, living on nuts and berries, living below your means, starting much smaller than you need to, and proving that you can grow by being forced out of your smaller space. So maybe you rent inside of a CrossFit facility that is not busy in the morning or not busy at 3 and 4 o'clock. Well, you rent from them until you are forced out of it by proving that you could grow your business. Jake says, do you like full body workouts in lieu of upper-lower split? Right now, for the most part, it's body. Whoops, sorry, guys. Right now, for the most part, it's full body. Today was squats, deadlifts, push-ups. That's pretty much like the main lifts that I'm doing. But I also do a lot of upper back. My bad. This is one exercise I forgot about during the warm-up. I did bent over rear delts here on the Hurricane. That's it. Simple as that. Gold Body Training UK, you got it. Listen, my man, hit me up. There's my man, Mike Tiers. He's our coach here, weightlifting boss. Hit me up with a message. If you don't have any of my business courses, you got to invest in yourself. I just made a post about it. Operation Thunder is extremely powerful. Many coaches who are garage gym, warehouse gym style like myself invested in that product. But with regards to workouts, our athletes, even though they might be full body, there might be a focus on lower body. There might be more volume on lower body. Next time, more volume on upper body, but they still probably doing sleds during that workout. During the warm-up, they probably did 2 sets of Bulgarian split squats. They might get in back extensions during a warm-up. So we're working full body, but there's focus. Now, our college athletes tend to do more of an upper-lower split, especially in the summertime when they're training with us usually 3 to 5 times a week. Black iron. My biggest issue is that most people in our city are soft. So besides my powerlifters and wrestlers, I have a hard time convincing kids to train in my garage gym. What did you do? Andrew, I did not convince anybody. Now you see how I'm providing a lot of information? When I was training athletes out of the garage, I had written for the newspaper. I had a monthly column, I believe it was, or bi-weekly, every other week. I had YouTube videos. I had a website. I had success stories and testimonials. I had proof from baseball players, football players, lacrosse, track and field, wrestling, basketball, every major sport you could think of. And I just shared success stories. I never tried to convince people, because then you're attracting the wrong people. In fact, back then I put a cap on how many athletes I was training. My original membership style had a 40-member limit to the gym, so there was a lot of exclusivity to it. Now, granted, there's a lot more competition, meaning people are not necessarily better than I am at coaching, but there's just more opportunities and more options for people, and they don't really know what's good or what's the difference between good or great. That being said, I'm constantly showcasing our testimonials. So when parents reach out to me to say thank you and praise us, I tell them thank you so much, and I request, can you put a Facebook review? I screenshot it, that goes on the website. Or if a mom or dad is here, I say, I love everything you're saying. Can I do a 1-minute video with you? And I ask them, 2 or 3 questions, and they share what it's done for their child. You never want to be in a place where you're convincing others. You need to be an expert, stand up as an expert, and you need to do all those things. Notice I didn't say one thing. I gave you like 5, 6, 7 things that you need to do to showcase your results. And otherwise, you will always be kind of like, people are soft. You're right. People are soft everywhere. But you want to know what else? There's people that need your help. And you need to enter the conversation in their head where the things they're concerned about. For me, parents, this time of year with wrestling, their son and now daughter, we have girls wrestling, their son or daughter did not qualify for the region. They did not have the best season. So then now they're in a stage where they're like, we need to do something different. What do you need to do different? You need to get to the underground. This is the missing link where you get the physical training, the mental training, emotional training, the nutritional guidance and coaching to help your child become great and get out of that good area. So Andrew, you need to be an expert, and my man, you need to do these things that position you as an expert. So start doing more things that position you as an expert. You're never going to have to convince others. I don't convince anybody. They have to convince me to be a member here. David Delgado, hey Zach, what are some good upper body mobility exercises for back squat? I've been having trouble hanging onto the bar while it's resting on my back because I feel like I can't reach all the way. Okay, that means your pecs are extremely tight. So one of the great things you could do, you could use a lacrosse ball, or you could right here up against the edge of a dip bar. I'm gonna do here, I get my arm behind my back and I put the pec right in there and I just dig in and I do a lot of motions to smash the pecs. And then you also want to smash the upper back. And then, you know, there really shouldn't be, I've never seen this until the past 4 or 5 years where there's athletes who have zero background in training and they can't just get their arms back there. That's not, you know, some strange position that should be difficult for you. Andrew, you got it, my man. My pleasure, buddy. And Andrew, I don't know what the next step is for you. You've already done the Strong Life experience. I don't know if you have Operation Thunder, but I talk a lot about positioning yourself as an expert. That might be the next thing for you. So guys, looks like we're good here. Had a lot of solid questions. I appreciate the business, the training questions. Check out the recent posts today. I'm going to answer the remaining questions on an Instagram Q&A that I did not finish up. And what I might do is ask people to DM me a few extra questions because today I've got the time. So super excited to have a little bit more free time than normal. Also want to tell you guys about some important opportunities coming up. The Underground Strength Coach Certification / Mentorship is coming up March 11th. It's a full week, 2 to 3 hours each afternoon, evening. So if you're here from out of state, out of the country. During the day, you could do your thing, you're on your own, and then in the afternoon and evening, you are with me. I am coaching you, I'm taking you through workouts, I'm breaking down what we do here. I'm talking about training, I'm talking about business. I'm giving you the extreme ins and outs of the underground strength gym and how you could take what we do, these systems, plug and play it into your business, whether you have an existing business or whether you want to start your business. Andrew from Black Iron Barbell, this could be a powerful one for you, my friend. It's a Monday through Thursday, Friday is off, and then it's a Saturday morning. If you want information on that, send me a DM. I'm not just sending it out to anybody, and it's an investment. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, it's really cool. I'm doing elite coaching with people. Monthly coaching, it's a 3-month minimum. It's premium priced, and it's very intensive. Nutrition, your training is dialed into your lifestyle, to your goals, to your injuries, to the guys that I'm coaching right now. I've got some corporate guys who are crazy busy, traveling a lot, people that own their own business, people that are quite overweight, people that are severely underweight and undersized and undermuscled. And it's freaking awesome. We're crushing it. And you know what? People that invest, they take it serious. People that pay, they pay attention. Now, I've got a gazillion other programs out there for $10, $20, $30. I found that people just aren't following through. So the VIP elite coaching is for the rare few, the uncommon man, the uncommon woman. Yes, we have women in the group, and it's awesome. And it's one-to-one, all through email, nothing fancy, just results. All right, guys, talk to you soon. I'm out.